Not of all time, but when I was in middle school, man, they were the bee's knees.
I'm gonna go with 9 Inch Nails. I'm a big 9 Inch Nails fan at the moment, and yeah, they did some pretty mad shit back in the day, and they pushed some buttons and stuff, and wrote some really cool albums. I love the first one, man. Pretty Hate Machine. I think it's such a good album, and I don't know, they kind of went a bit different after that, and I love all the other stuff, but it's just got some tunes. It's got some bangers on it.
My favourite at the moment is probably Weezer. They released that White album like a year ago, and I just still listen to that most days. And they've just released that Pacific Daydream, I think it's called, and that's awesome as well. So that's kind of been on repeat for me, and they've just sort of haven't lost it, you know, over the years. So yeah, I'd say Weezer.
The best alternative artist of all time, I'd say right now, is I the Mighty. I think they're killing it, and their new record is very well put together.
I'd say I the Mighty. I'd go with I the Mighty right now. They're hot, music-wise. Looking-wise, they're good too.
Pet Sounds. It's I don't know what track that is actually. I listen to it all at once. Huh? Pet Names, not Pet Sounds. Yeah, it's a Beach Boys, that's right. Pet Sounds is the best part of that record. Pet Names is the best part of that record so far.
I really like the band Chevelle. They're a little older, but when I was younger, they were on like alternative rock radio, and like I thought they were really cool, and like everybody who played video games really liked them, so like that was like the band when I was younger.
Best ever alternative artist. I'm going to go with Third Eye Blind, the 90s band. They are sick. They put out one of the greatest records of all time, their self-titled record, produced by Eric Valentine, fantastic producer. What a record, holy shit.
Korn, because when I was growing up, when I was maybe about 7 or 8 years old, my older brothers were always into like heavier music, and Korn was one of those bands that, you know, they got me into, so it's just, I don't know, Korn's just got to be the one for me, I think.
Silverstein is really up there, in my opinion. Ever since I was a youngin' in middle school, always been a big Silverstein guy. I always thought they were the coolest band, and I still kind of do. When I was younger, I just clicked with that band, you know? I just really loved every single song they had.
Soundgarden, to me, at the time, was pretty alternative to the music scene, and Chris Cornell's one of my favorite artists of all time. So listening to them growing up was really kind of game-changing for me.
There's just something about Soundgarden's kind of diverse songwriting and soundscapes and everything that they kind of do that just have stuck with me over the years, and something I can always return to.
I just love the way they take progressive elements and implement them into, at that time, modern rock, and how Chris's vocals go all over the place from low to high to emotive to angry. They just had so many different emotions within their music that really struck me as a teen, you know, growing up and dealing with all the issues that I was dealing with, and I could really relate to what he was, I mean, aside from the drug use, of course, but like really relate to the issues that he was talking about, and the progressive elements within the music was really something that helped shape me as a bass player and a musician as a whole.
Super Unknown is just an album that I can always enjoy, regardless of how many times I listen to it, which I've burnt out a lot of albums, so yeah.
I want to call Frank Ocean an alternative artist.
I'm really into, at the moment, Frank Ocean. We listen to so much kind of like rock music and pop punk and stuff when we're on tour that it's nice to be able to kind of come away from that and have something a bit more chill.
He's got all the tricks of rock and roll, soul, jazz, and he kind of just incorporated like everything, all of my favorite music into one thing, and all of his records just really impressed me.